Hey, what's up? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. And in this video, what I want to talk about today is we're going to talk about debt that's released into the market. Let me go to my email here where I see it. And the debt that is released, this is a payday loan lender. It's only 487 accounts, a little over $1 million. Average balance is 2109. When I see one like that, I'm thinking that this is probably um, this is going to be probably title loan type places. When I see this type of debt portfolio from a payday loan type place, and it's that high amount, it's usually it's going to be one or two things. It's going to be people that have pretty good income, or it's going to be people that had auto title loans, because that's a high amount for a payday loan type lending institution to be pushing out there without any type of collateral. But they do it. There's a lot of money on the streets with these companies, and they want to take the chance. And the interest rates that they make back is so high that it can actually pay for two or three bad loans when they have one person pay their loans. So they're just playing a numbers game on that. That's what they're doing. And I let's just start from the beginning. And I do this over and over because every day, every day, somebody new comes to the YouTube channel, and they are experiencing a debt collection demand letter where they're coming after them for an old debt. And you YouTube subscribers that have been here for a while, maybe something comes to you all of a sudden from a debt that you had a long time ago, or even a recent debt that you had that has been transferred over and purchased by a debt collection company, and they're trying to come after you for it. So the first thing that we do is I want to first talk about the amount. It was a little over $1 million, 487 accounts, $2,109 is the average balance, and there it was a charge off date is 3/15/2017. And in my one of my previous videos, I talked about where it seems like the window is getting tighter for the debt that's being sold, that there's so much debt that's out there on the market for them to purchase that they're actually buying debt that is not past the legal statute of limitations to collect. So, one of the first things I tell you to do is to check the statute of limitations. So, but I'm starting to see a lot of debt that is not past the statute of limitations. So this is going to make the fight a lot harder. But first, let's just start from step one. Step one is when you get that demand letter, if you read it, carefully, you will see that they're actually giving you an opportunity to dispute the debt. And so what I want you to do is I want you to first look up the statute of limitations when that debt was originally charged off from the original creditor. We're not talking about the debt collector that's coming after you. If you look on your credit reports and they maybe placed it on there, or they have not placed it on there because this is early in the game for them, you want to look at the original creditor. It'll be either in the top right or top left of that demand letter that you got, and you only have 30 days to respond to that demand letter, or that you will give them permission to place that on your credit reports. That is the legal standard. They're giving you the opportunity to dispute it. If you don't do anything, even if the debt is not yours, like it's the wrong name, they will be able to place this on your credit legally. So you want to make sure that you don't disregard that demand letter. So you look at that demand letter and you check the statute of limitations on when that debt was charged off, not when you open the account. That's not when the statute of limitation starts. It starts from when they wrote it off on their books. It'll either say write off or charge off. That's when the clock starts ticking. And then you want to check your state. Every state is different. The statute of limitations to collect the debt. We're not talking about the statute of limitations to have it on your credit. We're talking about the statute of limitations to come after you to try to take your money for that debt. It's different for all states. Well, some states are the same, but it's different across the board. There's no rhyme or reason. Every state made their own laws. If that debt is past the legal statute of limitations to collect, and they have not gotten a judgment, I want to be clear. This is not a judgment coming after you or a summons coming after you. This is a demand letter saying that they're coming after you for a debt from a previous account. If it's past the legal statute of limitations, all you have to do is send them a letter, simple letter, and I give you that letter, notifying them that they're trying to attempt to collect the debt and it's past the legal statute of limitations. We just had someone that had this happen to them. They sent that letter and they saved themselves over $7,000 on the medical bill. So this is very important. This is how you can get on it right out of the gate and not let this stuff balloon up to become something worse than it had to become. Now, if it is, and you can check your state statute of limitations by going to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com. Go to my blog. The link is below at the bottom of my website. Click that you type in statute of limitations. The page will pop up, and you can see from state to state the statute of limitations. If it is a loan like a credit card, it's going to be in the fourth column. If it's going to be other types of loans, personal loans, stuff like that, it's going to be in the second column. If it's past the legal statute of limitations to collect, all you got to do is send that letter that I'm giving you for free. Send that letter, and they will stop coming after you for it. Then you need to save that letter, response letter that they give you, because they might try to sell it to another debt collector and try to come after you. You will have to probably go through this a couple of times. There's no way around it. You might have to go through this a couple of times using that statute of limitations letter. Now, if it is not past legal statute of limitations to collect, the letter I want you to use is the cease and desist collection activities letter. I give you that letter for free. Also, as a matter of fact, I give you all three letters now because we had some problems with the programming on where it was sending the links to go grab the letters. I give you all three letters. You only need to use one of the three. Use that letter to notify the debt collector that this is not going to be an easy one. You're going to have to prove everything about the debt that you've purchased. And a lot of the times they don't get all of the information to prove 100% that you have to pay the amount that they're claiming. This is not where you're trying to run from them saying that this is not you. This is where you're trying to use the legal laws of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act to make them have to prove every aspect about what they're claiming you owe from a debt that they purchased from an original creditor who did not give a rip about them when they sold it. They just sold it in one big package, gave them what they have, and that debt collector cannot go back to that original creditor and get any other documents. Once they give it to them, it's all done and over. They usually just get some statements and they don't even have the complete account number. So the fight is on, but you're going to still have to fight. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of back and forth because if someone pays for debt and they want to make their money back plus a profit and they're in the business of doing it, they're not going to just let you just send them one letter. Sometimes, depending on the debt collection company, they're not going to just sometimes lay down, but they will more than likely some of the times just say that they're not going to deal with yours. They're just going to go with the easy people who are not responding because you might get them into a corner where they don't want to get into, and you could potentially even sue them, or just where they spend money and they don't want to spend money on an account that's going to really fight hard against them. They just don't want to do that. They want the easy stuff. So you send that cease and desist collection activities letter. they could potentially stop. If they don't, then you're going to be in the back and forth with the debt validation. And then that will be the process that you'll be going back and forth with. And it could potentially make them just stop and cease everything because you're making them prove everything that you would make them prove if they try to take this to court. And if they don't get it, if they don't have it, they can't get it, they're going to probably say that they don't want to come after you, that they're just going to go after the other 400 and this one had 487 accounts. They're going to strike you off and go after the 486 accounts because they're not fighting them with documentation that can actually make them lose if they decide to move forward in court. So that's what you would be able to do. So I'm going to end the video here. Wanted to give you that portfolio. Anytime portfolios come across, I'm going to make a video for them because there's always people that just don't know what to do when they get that debt collection letter. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes a Difference. If you can follow that process, we invite you to become a customer. If you need your credit reports and scores, you need that paid monitor service so you can see that charge off date. It is well worth it to get that information. Please use the website your3scores.com to grab your all three reports, all three scores, all the comment information, everything, all the details that you're going to need to be able to know what is going on with a debt collector on your credit reports. Get that information. Go to your number3scores.com, and then the links are below for everything else, other services that we provide. If you're being sued by debt collectors, we have a service for that where you can do it. We show you how to respond, or you can have us do the response. If you need the three different letters, statute of limitations, debt validation, cease and desist collecting activities letter, those letters, links to those letters are below, and I give you all three of those letters at the same time now. Thank you for your time. Please like this video. Please share this video. Please post your comments. I will be answering questions in the videos. Thank you and have a great day.